Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome to Talk Time with Pastor Krista on this pretty sunny and nice and cool Thursday morning. So today we're going to begin a 9 Talk Time series, and we're going to be talking about the 9 fruits of the Spirit. In our Bible, in Galatians, it talks about 9 qualities that we should have if we're going to be good Christians. And it says there's no laws around these qualities because these are all really good qualities to have. And they're all qualities that Jesus Christ had and that he tried to teach and to preach to us and with us so that we would in turn have these 9 great fruits of the Spirit. So let me read my scripture first today. So I'm going to take out my Bible, then we're going to do a little experiment, and my cameraman Ken is going to be moving the camera around a little bit today. So it might be a little bit wobbly, but I want you to see what's inside my red bowl. So in Galatians, it says this, but the fruit of the Spirit is, you ready? Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Against such things, there is no law. And beginning Tuesday, we are going to learn a song that we're going to practice every day for the next 8 days about love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And you will know all 9 of those like that because we're going to be putting them to music. So each day for the next 9 days, we're going to take one fruit of the Spirit and we are going to talk about that fruit. And today we are going to be talking about kindness. So I want you to take a look at my shirt. My shirt says on the bottom, be kind. Now there are different ways we can express kindness toward other people. It's also important to remember that it's important to be kind to yourself as well. We not only have to show kindness out in our world, but we have to show kindness right in our own self, to our own body and to our own mind and to our own spirit. And there are different ways of expressing kindness. One way is certainly your words. But what would happen if somebody couldn't hear your words? There are different ways of expressing kindness. One way is to use sign language. So I want you to take a look at the top of my shirt. Each arm that extends up from a letter in the phrase be kind shows a different letter in sign language that you could use to be kind to somebody. So I'm going to teach you how to use sign language that says be kind. So here we go. You ready? I want you to try it with me. This is a B, this is an E, this is a K, this is an I, this is an N, and this is a D. So I can say be kind to somebody who can't hear me if I'm trying to teach by using sign language. That's another way we communicate. So let's try it again. B-E-K-I-N-D. And that spells be kind. And that's another way that we can express ourselves. Kindness is so important, and it doesn't matter if you do a big whopping act of kindness or if you do just a little tiny act of kindness. Either way, what's going to happen is in my red bowl, I'm going to have a ripple that's going to happen. So I'm going to have Ken take the camera and I'm going to have him come over here, and I have 3 different items here. I have a very flat quarter, I have a rock, a heavy rock, and I have a marshmallow. And I'm going to have him focus on the bowl, and I'm going to drop first the rock in. The rock is going to make a plop at the bottom, but I want you to look at what the water does when I drop the rock in. And I hope you can see this on the camera, but do you see how the water kind of moves back and forth? Those are called ripples. And something so heavy that represents a really big act of kindness is going to make a lot of ripples in the water. But watch what happens when I take something flat, like a quarter. It's smaller and it's flatter. Let's see when I drop that in if it makes a few ripples in the water. Whoa, it sure does. Look at that. You can see all the ripples in the bottom of the water as I put the quarter in. So it didn't matter how round and chunky the item was or how flat and thin the item was. it still made some ripples. We're gonna blow this up and get the bigger picture in a minute. Now I'm gonna let my water settle down, and then we're gonna dump this marshmallow in. So a marshmallow does not weigh the same as a rock. No way, it's a lot lighter, a lot tastier too, I might add. And we are gonna drop the marshmallow in, and let's see if something light and fluffy makes same ripples that the rock and the quarter made. Ready? Oh, there you go. You can almost see those ripples a little better, can't you? You can see that going in and out. Now, when I was trying this experiment, I tried something that was very interesting. I dropped the rock in, and watch what happens. When I took it out, there were still drops of water on it. And when I let the drops of water drip into the bowl, you're gonna see the ripples then. Then you can really see the ripples when those drops of water drop in the bowl. So now I'm gonna ask Ken to back up a little bit now. And we are gonna tie this little experiment about kindness up. So when you are kind to people, it doesn't matter if you do a gigantic, heavy, really loaded act of kindness, or if you do something that's a little lighter, a little simpler, a little thinner, a little tinier, or if you do something that's full of another fruit of the Spirit, full of love, an act of kindness that's big and fluffy like a great big hug. Anytime you do an act of kindness, it ripples out. So watch my hands. Here's the act of kindness, and what happens is it extends and it extends and extends and extends. Have you ever had anybody say to you, "Oh, don't worry about repaying me, just pay it forward"? That means when somebody does something good for you, say I was sick and somebody brought me a meal, and I would say, "Oh, I don't know how I'm ever gonna repay you for this." And they said to me, "Don't worry about repaying me with kindness, just pay your kindness forward." So then if I had another friend who maybe didn't even know my first friend, and they had surgery or they were ill and I brought them a meal, I'm paying it forward. A lot of times, if my friends post on Facebook, "Oh, 9 years ago today was the day that my dad passed away. Please pray for me." What I'll do is I'll type back a message and I'll say, "You know what I'll do today in memory of your dad? I'll do something good for someone else." And that is using the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And that is using all of those fruits of the Spirit for good. So next Tuesday, we're gonna talk about another fruit of the Spirit, and we're gonna learn a really fun song about fruit. I don't have any fruit left because today is Friday or Thursday, and by now, I grocery shop on Friday. By now, all the fruit's pretty gone in my house, but I'm gonna have a lot of it Tuesday, and we're gonna have a great conversation about the fruits of the Spirit. So we are gonna sing a song about making friends today. It's a very simple, short song, but it talks about making friends, making new ones, keeping old ones, and that's what we do when we're kind. When we're kind with other people, we make friends. And this is how it goes. Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other's gold. Make new friends, but keep the old. One is silver and the other's gold. And that's a cool song we can sing it around, and maybe next week I'll lasso Sam and Mike and Kathleen and we'll sing it in a round, right? So let's do our benediction today. Here we go. It is, "My heart loves your heart, because Jesus first loved us." And remember, it's important to be kind. Have a great day, and we'll see you Tuesday.